There's no shortage of stupid Republicans holding positions of power across the United States. In fact, I would venture to guess that probably most Republicans holding public office here in this country, not the brightest bulbs that we've seen. But every now and then, a Republican lawmaker comes along with something that is so dumb that I have to award them the mantle of the dumbest Republican lawmaker in the country. And I am proud to announce that for the year 2024, folks, we found our winner of the dumbest Republican in America. And this honor goes to Florida State. Of course it's Florida, right? Like, you should have already known. It was gonna be Florida, but the honor goes to Florida State Senator Ileana Garcia. And Ms. Garcia has put forward legislation down here in the Sunshine State of Florida that would make it illegal for the government, which, by the way, is 100% controlled by Republicans down here in Florida, but her piece of legislation would make it illegal for the Republican-controlled government of the state to control and manipulate the weather in Florida. So I'm sorry to have to inform you, Florida State Legislature, but you're no longer going to be calling the shots on whether we have a sunny day or a cloudy day or a rainy day. Yeah, Ileana Garcia's come along to put a stop to your weather manipulation. Now, the obvious problem with her piece of legislation is that that's not a thing. But here's what she put in the legislation. The injection, release, or dispersion by any means of a chemical compound, a substance, or an apparatus into the atmosphere within the borders of this state for the express purpose of affecting the temperature, the weather, or the intensity of sunlight is prohibited. Now, as Raw Story explains here, the bill is referring to stratospheric aerosol injection, a proposed geoengineering technology to counteract the effects of global warming, by dispersing small amounts of reflective chemicals at high altitudes to alter how much sunlight the Earth absorbs and reducing temperatures. A similar effect on the atmosphere is observed from large volcanic eruptions. However, right now, this idea of geoengineering remains purely hypothetical. Okay? It's not even something they've tried. They don't even know if it's something they could try. It's just an idea that scientists have kind of half-baked to say, hey, we're going to get pretty screwed from climate change. And Florida, out of all the states in the country, is going to be the hardest hit from climate change according to studies. Like, we will suffer the most down here. In fact, we're already suffering from it because insurance companies have fled the state in droves over the last 2 years, refusing to offer homeowners insurance in Florida because we're not doing anything to mitigate climate change, and so the claims are just increasing and increasing. It's no longer profitable. So, our brilliant lawmaker here, State Senator Garcia, says, we're going to make sure that even if this technology becomes viable, we won't even consider it. And this, of course, is based 100% on conspiracy theories. We all remember a couple weeks ago, whatever it was, maybe a month or two, when Marjorie Taylor Greene suggested that the government, she said, control the hurricanes. They were directing where the hurricanes went, so that they only hit Republican areas of Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, right? Yeah, that's part of this. That is what this legislation is partly based on, this idiotic assumption by Republicans, because it's not even a theory. They already think it is happening. It's an assumption that the government is controlling the weather. And for Garcia to, again, put this forward in Florida, a state that's been solidly controlled by Republicans for 26 years, you think your party is controlling the weather and you're trying to stop it? None of it makes any sense. But she's a Republican, and we've come to learn that Republicans never make any sense, yet somehow they keep winning elections and keep putting forth stupid pieces of legislation like their anti-weather control bill that is currently working its way through the Florida legislature. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.